This is a touchMix 16. This one it has a kind of strange issue. The customer said the mixer was working fine. Next day it has no sound from the all input. Mixer still turns on good, but no output sound. So this device it has no input sound. And of course, when there is no input sound, it will be no output sound. When I plug the microphone or something, any input here, I don't have no signal. So let's quick check it. All right, you can see there is so the volumes is all the way up, no signal. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, we don't see no signal here, so there is no input. So I already start replacing some capacitor right here, and we have one more capacitor right here. Well, I'm gonna replace all the capacitors, it's better. Yeah, the customer already contacted the QSC. I'm not sure if he just contacted them or he tried to send the mixer for repair, and they were asking to replace the motherboard, the whole board. So he's looking for another option if we can fix this board. So the first, let's replace the capacitors, then we go from there. Yeah, this bed is very fragile, so you need to be careful so you don't peel the bed from the board. Yeah, the solder iron should be hot enough, no overheated, and we don't make too much pressure on the pads. Just like that. Yeah, it's marked on the board where the negative side is gonna be. Yeah, the capacitor, usually the long leg is gonna be the positive side. It's gonna be easy to go one by one. So we solder one leg and pull it up. Then we go to the second one. So we don't want the capacitor just like that. Watch, there is a small component, resistors, transistors, diode close to this pad. So you don't want to break them. Alright. So we replace all the input and output capacitors, and let's check now if we get any sound. You need to put something under the screen so don't short nothing in the board. I'm gonna need to connect the microphone from the bottom of the board. Let's plug it to the power. Yeah, I don't think it's the capacitors, but let's just try. Because usually if the capacitors, we are going to have the sound, but the sound is going to be very low. Okay. The touch screen is not connected. Yep, we need to restart the device. Because the device is not detecting the touch screen. Can we use the mouse? Never tried that one. Nope, we can't use the mouse. Okay, the touch screen work, but this one is not supporting the mouse. Alright, so let's go. No sound. Yeah, you can see the signal here is not moving at all. Alright, let's go next. Now we can inspect the board. We're going to check the board just with any visual burned, cracked, missing component. Then I will check with the microscope to be sure, because the very tiny resistor and capacitors, when sometimes they have a little hole, it's hard to see with the naked eye. We have to check the voltage here, the 15, the minus 15 and plus 15 for the amplifier ICs, and for the sound filter chips. Plus we are going to try SD card, the update. If I do remember, I fixed, yeah, one time I fixed one touchMix with no sound, and each was one of these sound controller ICs was bad. Alright, let's check the power. Alright, we're just gonna plug it. And we check the power in the input sections. Alright, that's the ground. In this regulator we have 15 volt. So let's see. So that's a positive 15. So this pen is a positive 15. This pen here is a negative 15. 5 volt. And here that should be the ground. Yep, 15. Yep, should be 3 pins the ground, and positive and negative 15 plus the 5 volt is exists there. So yeah, we have the voltage that's needed. So in this coil we have 5 volt. We have 3.3 regulators here. That's 3.3. So we have another regulator right there. Is 2.5. Yeah, it take 5 volt and make it 2.5. So these two regulators are good. We have, maybe that's a regulator, 2.5 as well. So it's take 5 volt, 2.5 over there. In this coil we have 5 volt. Yep, this chip is taking 9 volt and make it 5 volt. So 2.5 in this is capacitor. We have another coil right here, 15 volt. Let's check with the thermal camera, see if we can find anything on this board. Yeah, these chips, it's a little bit warm. Yeah, it's about 58 degree. Yeah, I think I did see one was about this hot, about like 60 degrees, and yeah, the sound was working on it. Maybe it's normal, this temperature. Yeah, about 60 degrees. Alright, yeah, but I don't see anything like beside these chips. I don't see anything that's could go bad on this one. The microcontroller, you can see about 50. Well, this is a side bridge, and this is microprocessor. Alright. So next I'm gonna replace the SD card, and we see if that's gonna fix the problem. Hopefully. You know, all these cards is already programmed with the working software and newer updates. Yeah, still no sound. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to go check for the latest update, and they will make another SD card. Then we try it. Yeah, I installed another updated with the latest software card, and still have no sound from the inputs or no signal. So in this board we have this. Yeah, that's the two PGA chips in this board. This is the RAM, I guess, and that's one the bridge. I'm gonna reflow them, and hopefully that's gonna work. Yeah, the airflow is low. The heat is about like 360, 370. Yeah, we reflow it for about like 20-30 seconds. Yeah, I just done reflowing the board, and I wait for it to cool down. Yeah, just a little bit warm, it's not that much. Alright, let's plug the microphone, and we see if we can get, and we try, you know. There is not much we can do here, as there is no schematic. Just keep guessing and trying till we get it to work. Yeah, I don't see no signal. Yes, there is a signal. You see that? Test, 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 test. There is a signal. Test, 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 test. It fixed. Alright, let me put it together. Then we test it with the speaker. Test, test, test. Yeah. Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Alright, that was the main right. Let's go to the main left. Test, 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 test. Works. Okay, let's try some other inputs. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. That's the. Okay, let's try number 3. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Okay, just quick trying them. Number 5. Yep, number 5 is right here. Test, test, test. Yep. Yeah, look like it's fixed. Alright, that's all for this video, and see you again.